Hey everybody.
What up, y'all?
Welcome back to the
Mike Show. Good fun times.
We just got out of watching the Kingsman, the Golden Circle.
Which, I enjoyed, actually. I mean, I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one, because I felt like the first one was a little bit more wholehearted. Like, the first one was like, this is our first movie, please enjoy it, we put our hardest work into this. This time, they had a lot bigger names in the
they
acting.
Were just, the biggest thing, I think, is what they were running off of the title of the first, the coattails of the first movie. They were like,
yes.
The first movie was grand and all together.
Yeah, no, and it was, and there was a few story plot holes that were kind of, but I mean, I like the action in it, and I enjoy sort of how the story mostly goes as far as what's happening and how, and I don't know if at the end, I don't think there's gonna be a third one, to be really honest with you. But
I don't think so. We were looking at the first few showings over at like the IMAX theater, and
shit was sold out.
It was completely sold out.
It's because everyone knows the first movie was fucking fantastic.
Like the first 3 showings were just out.
Sold out.
So yeah, we came in. Like always, there are spoilers in our discussions.
So don't watch if you won't get angry.
Yeah, don't watch, especially if you haven't seen the movie yet. But thing that pissed me off about the movie,
they killed fucking Merlin.
Merlin died.
What's his name? Mark Strong.
Mark Strong.
But they killed
best character.
Best one, and I love
the entire movie.
Not just him. Like I love all the characters that he plays, but especially this one. Like it was so perfectly fit for him. And I'm like, really? You're gonna have him die? And they didn't have him die in a cool way either. Like you didn't even see like body parts. Well, you saw other guys' body parts. You didn't see his body parts go. I was really expecting a grander death from him.
Honestly, when they were doing the in-fight scene, with the lasso, I expected like Merlin to somehow show up all like fucked up.
He just like, I'm here. Yeah, that would have been fucking hilarious.
It would have been amazing.
It would have made the movie, honestly speaking.
You're like, holy shit, dude, homeboy survived.
A fucking mind. Yeah,
exactly. To find out he had like an artificial leg or some shit. Like that would have been fucking amazing.
It would have been great, but no, they had to fucking kill him. Why do you have to kill Merlin? If anything, kill Harry. I was actually honestly expecting to kill Harry twice in the movie. I really was. I was really anticipating that. Like he came back only for this one to help. What's his face? Eggsy through the whole thing, and then he was dead. Like that's all he was there for. Egerton, something like that. Egerton, whatever. I think he plays a good Eggsy. I like his character. I like the movie franchise as a whole, but I feel like they kind of took a step in a different direction.
I like the fact they kept the chick from the first movie,
which was absolutely hilarious. Yes, and I will agree with you there.
The Swedish princess,
which was hilarious. I thought that was funny.
What happens when you save the world? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. When Elton John said that, he was like, "You have a backstage pass." It's like, really? They had to make an anal joke in there somewhere.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
Backstage pass.
He goes, I got it.
I was just shaking and walks away. I love when he's jumping through the air. So Elton John's in the movie.
I mean, everyone thinks it's like cameo. No. It's like a.
Like
he's like a good 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, he plays himself in the movie, Elton John, and he's singing in there. And I mean, it's great. And then Benny and Jet.
Yeah, the name of the robot dog. Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore plays the villain.
Yeah, Julianne Moore. Now, this is one thing that irritated me about the movie. One, it's a.
But you guys are talking to an ex-drug cop here, so take that with a grain of salt. I'm just saying. Think about it. You've always been a little biased.
So, okay, yes, slightly biased. Prior, military, police, etc. Anyways, completely that aside, okay, we'll take in the fact that I'm biased, but the entire premise behind everything she's doing is she wants to legalize the selling, distribution, and use of every illegal substance in the world in the world.
And she wants to. And but here's the thing. Here's the important part you have to say there. Yeah, she wants to legalize like cocaine, heroin, SC, whatever, meth.
LSD.
But what her main goal is to set it up as if you were selling alcohol, like the legal sale and taxation of alcohol.
Yeah, legal. Yeah, basically just like that, and then that she would be granted immunity. So basically, the premise of the movie is she creates some type of antigen weird thing.
It's a poison in the drug, essentially.
Yeah, it's a type of poison in the drug that offsets. So it takes what they say, a day or two to gestate.
No, it takes like a week total for like it starts out with like you like your skin that you can see your veins in your face and hands and stuff turn blue, and then you like start dancing.
Basically, yeah. So,
and then you like become paralyzed, and you basically just die.
Yeah, so it's like this hyperactive drug that preys on it, but it shows like people throughout the movie like, oh, what about people who are just experimenting and trying different things? And the president in the movie's like, well, you know what? We just eliminate basically every drug user in the entire country.
And what's funny is thinking about it, I feel like if Donald Trump were put in the same situation, I feel like he'd do the exact same thing.
I would agree.
I mean, like,
he would do
just like, wholeheartedly. I feel like they were making a jab at him, like very subtly though. I think it's funny. I think it's sort of
probably
thing.
very subtle jab at Donald Trump,
which is funny. I enjoy that. But he played a funny president.
But yeah, so basically she's called. She's like, well, you need to do this and blah blah blah. You know, otherwise all these millions and millions of people are going to die. And he's like, oh, this is a very serious matter. And then like when her little teleprompter thing turns off.
It's fucking. They're fucking FaceTiming.
Yeah, they're basically they were FaceTiming on an iPad.
What is this? The 1950s?
I don't know.
When they shut down the wire, tap tap tap.
Tap tap tap. So yeah, turns off the computer. He starts laughing. He's like, that stupid bitch.
Like he doesn't realize that he wants her to kill all these drug addicts, because then he wouldn't have any crime anymore. He wouldn't have to spend all the money. So on his side, he's like, oh man, you know, like it's all the drug dealers. Basically, he wants to kill off all the junkies.
But the way the movie ended up playing out is not only the president but her were both bad guys.
Essentially, in their own way, yeah. Essentially,
in their own way, the president was like, "Oh yeah, fucking let them all die. Like they all did drugs, they violated the law. Let them all fucking die."
But what surprised me at the end was the guy, Whiskey. That guy's character. I was anticipating him coming back, but not in the way not in the sense that his wife and young kid were shot. I was not expecting that. I was expecting him to be like, I was working for her the whole time. Like that's what I was really expecting.
I was expecting her to be working for him.
Or exactly, yeah, something along those lines. I was not anticipating that whole thing to instead. I was like, oh my god, that's way sadder.
When what's her name was saying, oh, when I ever tried, anytime I tried to delve into their IDs or their addresses, Whiskey always voted against me. But they were trying to look up like Sang Shung or whatever the fuck his name was. On the computer thing, I was thinking it was him, the guy who played Whiskey.
Well, yeah, exactly, and that's
like he was gonna show up and be like, I'm
the one who's running it. No, not that my wife and unborn baby were shot by two junkies, and I want all the junkies to die. Like that was like a total like holy shit.
Yeah, completely out of left field.
Exactly, it did come out of left field.
He's like, oh well, I basically agree with the president. Let them all fucking die, kind of thing. And I was like, Jesus.
Well, and here's the thing: is his character. I did enjoy his character. What I do miss, and I'll tell everyone this, in the first Kingsman, the thing that really hooked me was the church fighting scene. If you ever seen the first Kingsman, it's where Colin Firth whoops everybody's ass in this church because Samuel Jackson's character is making him. And it is just an absolutely awesome scene. You just watch so much gruesome death happen. I think it's hilarious, and it's all done to the song "Freebird" by Leonard Skinner, which is just an added bonus. So this whole scene is just absolutely amazing, and I really wish they would have done a bigger scene like that. Like the one at the very end was sort of pseudo like that, but it wasn't the same. It didn't feel the same. I feel like they didn't put the same.
You were looking for that same type of adrenaline.
Exactly, and what I associate with is they didn't put the same kind of love as they did in the first movie. You know, like
this one was like hurried almost.
It was sort of, the first one was like an original flick that was like, it was very something that was it wasn't something that was of the norm, which I really enjoyed. And this one was kind of cookie cutter of like of a sequel type thing, you know, like they included.
What was also shitty is what's her name was killed. Lancelot.
Oh yeah, the Roxy chick. That actually made me mad because what I was actually anticipating in the first one was for her and Eggsy. She is a very beautiful woman, and I was really anticipating her and Eggsy getting together, and then they did this whole thing and then blew her up. I was like, oh. So
well,
that
the thing was that like she had her pad and she was watching the thing, but she saw the missile coming and she was like, oh shit, and like tried to leave, but then like the whole
fucking thing just collapses. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. So
and I really was anticipating her surviving too.
Yeah, I thought that she would like show up at some point too, but she never did. And I was like, well, I guess they really did just kill off her character. Huh?
Yeah.
Like she really had no big parts except for the weird balloon thing in the first movie where she was attached to all that gear.
Well, she
in the hemisphere.
Yeah,
thing.
it was down to him and her through the training. So I mean, it's.
No. I mean, at the end of the movie when they're trying to save her.
Oh yeah, that was her. She wasn't really big involved in either movie, but I liked her character.
Yeah. At least having it there is some type of impact. But they really did.
They killed off everybody in this fucking movie. Everybody.
They pretty much killed everybody. Then they brought up, we've got the statesman.
Which I like the idea of the statesman. I like how they kind of played them. Honestly, they played on Channing Tatum being on this movie in the previews because you're anticipating Channing Tatum being in like completely fucking involved in this movie and helping him fight the bad guys.
He's in
fucking
the movie,
wrong.
He's in the movie for basically 5 minutes.
Yeah, essentially. Like you see him kick Taron Egerton and Colin Firth's character's ass, and then
he shows up. He's actually like a badass apparently with a pistol.
It was the repeating, the lever action rifles.
Yeah, lever action.
And so like apparently he's a badass, and then all of a sudden like he just falls ill with the same like blue drug virus, and then he's just in an ice bath for the rest of the movie, and then they wake his ass back up, and that's it.
That's it.
Like it was, I really was disappointed in the fact I was really hoping to see Taron Egerton and Channing Tatum together on the same like sort of thing. I feel like that would be a great duo, just because like he apparently, and I didn't know this, like Taron Egerton is like the fucking Channing Tatum of the UK. So like and you know what I mean. So I feel like it's kind of funny like putting them together. I don't know. I thought I was really.
Because he's like their British star.
Exactly. Yeah. Like
all the women.
Exactly, and that's kind of how I wish.
We want to be with him.
We want
He used to be a stripper. That was a noble profession. Now he's a star.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it was like, and here's the thing: is like Channing Tatum has done some other flicks, like Logan Lucky. I really enjoyed. It was like the southern version of Ocean's 11. I know you didn't see it, but I saw it. But it was, I don't know, I felt like the movie was pumped up in my head a lot more because I was anticipating the first one to be the second one to be a lot like the first.
It was just a glorified way of saying, yes, you can utilize drugs.
Well, not so much. Well,
I mean, you've got
there was hints of it. Yeah,
I mean, Julianne Moore's evil character. She used to be a Harvard professor, and they kicked her out because she had mental instabilities. And
she was a psychopath. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, allegedly a psychopath, but apparently she's like the master of goddamn cybernetics and stuff like that.
Yeah, she like built fucking robot dogs.
She built a nanite virus using tiny machines that affects drugs and activates when you consume it. That's what that virus was.
No, I think it was.
No, it was nanites that were in the drugs. It was a special type of virus that was injected by nanites, and then. There's that Omnigel stuff.
Yeah, I knew that. Which I thought was kind of interesting. One thing I really wish they would have played on, because in the first Kingsman they would explain everything on what it is and what it does. What I did not like is when Colin Firth used that cologne that turned into that amazing blue exploding gel that killed everything in its path and froze it in this weird gelatin-like substance.
So
I really wish they would have explained that.
In one of the previews, it shows him. He's got a cologne bottle. He shakes it. It turns blue. Throws it out of a window, and there's like a blue mist explosion. Well, it turns everybody into like blue diarrhea.
Like it explodes, and then it captures them, and then it like solidifies. So they're basically
instantaneously they just die.
Yeah, but here's my problem. I want them to explain it. Like in the first one, they explained that the lighter was a grenade, that the fucking the knife in the shoe had the virus, had that poison on it, the fast-acting poison. Like they explained everything. Like I feel like they really rushed into the second one. I would have been okay waiting another year if they would have paid attention to the plot points and done a little bit more with the acting.
Yeah.
Or not so much acting, the action.
I would agree.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I was really.
The first one though had that story to it.
It did have a good story.
Samuel L. Jackson, that
who played a really good villain, who had a really good idea. It was a very interesting original idea.
Yeah.
Like it was. Yeah, I'd have to. Unfortunately, as much as I love the Kingsman, the whole franchise, I really have to say I'd give this at least like a 5 out of 10. I mean, it was a good. I love Kingsman. It had good action in it. It had a semi-okay story with some good actors.
I would agree. It's going to be a 5 out of 10 on that one. Eventually, we'll figure out how to put the little scale on the bottom. I don't know, talk to somebody on YouTube, look at YouTube videos, and find out.
If you know when you're watching this video, let us know.
If you know, yeah, please. If you are a YouTuber and you see our channel and
you're like, look at those poor little guys.
Look at
10
them.
viewers.
10 viewers.
I'll help you, little guys.
I'll help you. You can be popular. We'll bring you up to the 20 views.
The patron saint of YouTubers.
The patron. Bestow us the virtues. Gabriel's light upon us. So yeah, go and see the movie. Don't go in hoping for the greatest thing.
Yeah, if you've seen the first one, don't anticipate it to be like this.
Yeah, if you've seen the first one, it's a good closure to a degree. There are parts that'll piss you off. It'll irritate you. I'm still a little irritated about the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I mean it's just like Channing Tatum's character is now like the Kingsman, so he showed up there.
And that freaking bowler hat. And that's what I'm wondering. Like, I'm wondering if they are going to go with the third one. If they are going to go with the third one, like.
And now
I don't know.
And now he's a prince with the princess.
Which I'm wondering if Channing Tatum's character is going to take over Taron Egerton's character.
I think it would ruin the brand.
No, I'm not saying I would enjoy it either. I would want to see them side by side. I'd be okay with that, but I would not be okay with Channing Tatum taking over that. Because I like the Taron Egerton kid. Which apparently he's actually going to be in the new Robin Hood coming out next January.
I didn't know about the new Robin Hood.
So that should be interesting.
Like, subscribe below. Hit us up, comment, please. If there's a movie out there you'd like us to go see, is there something you'd like us to go do? We're planning on doing like movie vlogs and stuff like that eventually here pretty soon. Where we're going to go out, eat meals, depending on what people's comments are. Wherever it is, we'll take a drive. Manitou, if it's in Denver, we'll take a drive to it, go check it out, have some food, take a picture of it.
Exactly.
Throw it up on the vlogs, and then we'll tell you what we think. So thank you for watching our channel. Again, like, subscribe, big thumbs up. All right, so thanks for watching. Bye.